And
Hello.
live. Hi, guys.
Hi,
Bless you.
everybody.
Hi,
Thank you.
Bless
everyone.
you. Sorry if I keep wiping my camera. I don't know what's wrong. Okay.
I felt it like right as you were about to press live, and I was like, let me mute myself real quick.
It's fine. So, hi, everybody. Welcome to a weekend write-in with your writers. I've never done a weekend write-in for a long time, so this will be fun. And I am joined with two awesome friends. Would my friends would like to introduce themselves? I will mute myself so you won't hear.
I guess I'll go first. Hi, everybody. I'm Kashay. I write short stories, poetry, and the occasional blog post. Also, I just like got everything so I can use this second monitor. So I have to remind myself that the camera is right here and not
Mm.
the monitor that I'm looking at. So I apologize if like where I'm looking throws anybody off. But good morning, y'all. I'm a little stopped up and I'm trying to get some words in today. We're gonna see how productive this morning is. I did my yoga, so I'm like got a little bit of energy, but it's still not there. I got like a pot of coffee on right now.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Wallace from the channel Wallisimo, and yeah, I'm also a writer, as you would be for a weekend writing sprinting session. And right now, at least today, I'm going to be working on a little short story that I'm writing just for fun. And I just want to say thank you to you both for letting me join you guys for today. I think that I'm so excited.
No problem. I invited Wallace because because like I have been listening like new author tubers or booktubers that I have been watching, and Wallisimo is one of it's like at the top of the list, and I have contacted at least seven of them, the first seven, and Wallace is the one who responded. So thank you,
Well, I
Wallace,
was well,
for
I was really touched. I was really touched that you reached out to me. So thank you so much.
yeah. I was like, I need to invite them over the channel so we can connect. And I was like, will she see my message? That was my question. Will she see my message?
Well,
And
it's always so stressful because, I think Instagram does like separate them out to people who are like you're not initially following and stuff like that. But I think I was already following you, so it totally worked out in the end. But it was just, yeah, no, I'm so glad that we could make this work and that, we're having a good
yeah,
time. I'm excited. I'm really excited to get a lot of work done today and chat with you guys.
yay! We were actually going to do a live stream last December, but I had to take the hiatus, and I asked her if we could move it, and we finally worked out a schedule because yeah, if I remember correctly, you have school, right?
Yes, so my schedule, well, it's actually really funny. So I thought I was going to be free until the 19th because my graduate school, it's kind of a long saga, but the long story short is that it was originally supposed to start on the 11th, but because of the pandemic, the entire university pushed the start of the semester back until the 19th. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm going to enjoy December and like enjoy the holidays. And then from January 1st to January 19th, I'm going to be so productive. I'm going to be doing so much writing. It's going to be amazing. And then, literally because my master's degree is all online anyway, not even for COVID, it's just online. They we realized on January 8th that the pushback didn't apply to us and that we were all starting at the normal semester time, which in my opinion does not make any sense why a university would have like some programs start on a different semester schedule, but whatever. But yeah, so our group chat was like freaking out that day because a lot of people hadn't ordered their books yet. A lot of people were, not in places with good internet because they had like kind of gone on kind of remote vacations and stuff. So it's been a really interesting week, but it's also meant that my schedule has taken like a massive shift. And so I really appreciate you guys accommodating me and like finding a very specific time slot to accommodate my schedule. I think that was really nice of you guys. So thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I'm really happy that you're here with us. Everybody who's watching, let us know in the comments what you'll be working on, and let's say hello to everybody. I hear a pop. Was that a pop?
Yes, that was Titan. I had myself on mute because him and Cleo were like going at it like Scar Simba on Pride Rock over here, and I was like, y'all don't need to hear all that. These puppies of mine, let me tell you. So okay, so every day I walk them, right? Like every day I take them out. It's never like a super long walk unless it's me and my boyfriend. So like I don't ever leave one of them here alone. When I tell you, you can hear Titan hollering because I have walked Cleo and left him inside the house, dang near 3 blocks away. Like he's just howling. I'm gone for less than 5 minutes. Why he makes that much noise like he thinks he's being like abandoned, I have no idea. No idea.
Take me with you.
Right, and he's a husky, so like huskies legitimately sing, right? Like,
Yeah.
loud, like how, and I'm like, please don't think I'm beating this dog. Like, don't nobody come knock on my door trying to rescue this puppy who is just extra dramatic. Like,
don't leave me here. I want to go on a walk too.
Right.
I know. Huskies are so dramatic.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he is the most dramatic. And like they're polar opposites because Cleo will just sit there and not do anything. Like she will lay down, cross her paws, and then just look. Like he'll be hollering, and she'll just be like, "Why are you making all that noise?" It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
He's like, "Calm down. Would you calm down?"
Right. And it doesn't help that she's 5 and he's 1, so like he is like older for sure. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I have watched like videos of huskies, and they do like like when you talk to them, they just really give you an answer.
Like if I like howl at him, he'll join in like real fast. Like, oh, is this a song? Are we doing a duet? No.
Oh,
yeah,
that's so cute. I'm sure it can get annoying.
No, it's not because this husky. I don't know if y'all remember when I went floating on the river for Labor Day. I came back home. This cute husky Wallisimo busted out my front window of my apartment.
Oh,
because another dog was outside and he got too excited and he tried to like go outside to see this dog. Yeah. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He's definitely given me a run for my money for sure. For sure.
Wow. Like shattered the glass?
Shattered the glass. Like I came home and my neighbors had boarded up my window. I thought someone broke into my house. Look on the cameras because I have epilepsy, right? So look on the cameras. Legitimately, all you see is like the half of his tail right in front of like the window. Just wait, are you serious? Yeah. I almost found him another place to live that day. I was like super like, this is hard. This is really hard. I don't have a living room window. Like, obviously I got over it, and 5 months later he's still here and we're having a very good loving relationship. But those first 3 days without a window were hard.
I can imagine.
At least that was during the summer.
Right. So it wasn't like super cold or anything like that. And then they came and fixed it with no problem. But yeah.
That's amazing that he was able to break through the glass and not like seriously injure himself.
Right. Like he had not one cut, not nothing. Because I think it scared him. Like I think he did it and it legitimately scared, because he never left the house. Like he didn't go through the window and go out.
He got scared.
Like that. He just stayed inside. Like I think he did it and it like surprised him that he did it. Mind you, like on the camera, Cleo is legitimately like at the angle where you can see her cross paws just staring, just looking at him. Like, look at what you did. I couldn't. I was like, if only I knew how dogs talk. I wish I knew what her conversation with him was, because I know she had a lot to say.
Oh, but he was like, "Oh, I didn't know this clear thing could break. I didn't know that could break."
Right.
He got scared. Like, I'm not doing that again.
Short story today. A dog's point of view of breaking a window. Like, what happened? Right, because like when it's glass, it doesn't register to them that it's something there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be my short story for the day.
Oh gosh, Gab, that's too much. I'm sorry. He just sprayed alcohol all over the house. Now it smells like alcohol all over the house.
Ah.
Mm,
You ever had somebody
precautions.
spray like so much like perfume you can taste it?
Yes.
Yes.
I hate that. I hate that so
Just
much.
this morning we had that. My husband has like his deodorant is a spray, so I was walking right behind him when that happened. I'm like, oh, wow, right in my face. It's morning.
He was like,
And
here,
he's
you
like,
don't have to brush your teeth, baby. I got you.
oh,
I'm just saying. He was like, no, I got you. He said, teamwork makes the dream work.
yeah. Gabby, stop! You might press something. Okay, so let's say hi to everybody. Gabby, come on. Let's hi to Alice. Hello to AS Renner. Oh, Gabby! Gabby! Let us know what we can call you and welcome, welcome. Hello to Stig. Gabby, come on. Hi. Hello to John. I promised you last night. There's another one. So, hello. Katie's here. Hi, Katie. Great Price here.
Hi,
Hi.
is here. I see you. Hi.
Ava is here. Hi, Ava. Just
Ava.
working on my middle grade paranormal. Ooh.
Is it? I'm curious. Is it middle grade paranormal the way Goosebumps was paranormal? Is it supposed to be scary or more mysterious paranormal? If you're willing to share that info, I'd love to know.
Oh yeah, I would like to read the Goosebumps. Is it series correct? Because
Yeah, it was a book
I am
series.
very interested to add it on my list. Awesome.
There's
And Miguel is
some.
here. Hi, Miguel. Miguel's. Okay, go ahead.
There are some Goosebumps books that, I mean, freaked me out. My sister had the entire series, and there were some that just scarred me. Yeah,
Oh.
but they're good. They're good.
They are really good. Some of the movies scarred the mess out of me.
Yeah.
It's like I was of the generation where Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark came on TV. So like I
Yeah.
saw them regularly. Yeah. I thought Goosebumps was scary, and then I started watching Are You Afraid of the Dark, and I was like, yo, what teenagers are coming up with these creepy stories? Like I can't take it. I can't take it. But no, they're super great. I think you like it. Sis. I think you like it.
Suddenly feared for my sanity, but I will give it a try. I'm the person who gets easily spooked.
Well,
Seriously.
to be fair,
Go ahead.
yeah, they're made for kids, so I think they tap into specific children fear. So I don't know if as an adult it
Right.
would resonate the same, but as a kid, R.L. Stine is like, you know what? I know kids are freaked out by this thing, and I'm gonna make a whole book about it, and they're gonna have to read it.
Right, like he's the kids' version of Stephen King. Like
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Like, he was like the kids' version of Stephen King, but like not like legitimately as an adult, you probably won't get scared. You'll honestly be more amused.
Yeah,
But
because
I
they're
mean-
very sarcastic and funny as well. There's a lot of humor in them. So
Yeah, that's what I said. I think you'll like it.
All right, I will definitely give it a
it'll
try.
probably inspire you to write something, honestly. Like because of like the type of person you are, like I feel like you'll read it and be like, I could do this. Write something like this. Like I feel like that's what'll happen.
I'm gonna write my own nightmares the next time after reading the series.
Hey, I'm saying you're a writer. It could happen.
Yeah. So hi to Miguel. Miguel is also an Authortuber, and he's from the Philippines as well. So hi, Miguel.
Oh,
Good
hi.
evening.
Good
It's our time of the night. Great Pie said, like Cleo, why didn't you stop her?
Cleo's name is Bennett, and she's not in it. Like Cleo don't get nothing that he does. Like
I bet
there was.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're
No.
fine.
I was like, I bet she's like, oh, maybe if he gets him in enough trouble, they'll take him back, and I'll be queen of the house
You
again.
know what? I wonder if she does it because I've watched Titan on a video get a loaf of bread off of this stove and eat it and take it to her and put it in front of her and her look at him, look at it, and walk away. Like
Oh, she's a good girl.
he is so opposite him. It's crazy. So like one day when I came in the house and caught her doing something that he did, and I was like, "Do you ever get over on me?" And I just automatically assume he did it because you don't normally like you little sneaky little girl. I gotta watch you. Like, yeah.
It's always the nice ones you have to watch.
Right. Always.
Always. I agree. People don't believe me though. People don't believe me. They think I'm just nice.
Quiet
The next...
ones. The quiet ones. Mm-mm.
Sorry, I thought my cats were scratching the couch. It was my son. Sorry. That's cute.
Just the kid.
Yeah. Just you can go upstairs if you want. He doesn't want to go upstairs without me.
Oh.
Look out, Mom. That's so sweet.
Right.
Miguel is doing his fantasy series. Eva said spooky, but with a mystery that makes it less scary once unraveled.
Interesting.
Nice. I like that.
AS Runner said, I am reading my manuscript and taking notes for the revision process I'm about to start afterwards. Awesome. I am also gonna rewrite whatever I can with my short story because I just reread it a while ago and I literally said, this is garbage. I am rewriting this again. I literally
been there. I have definitely been like, what was I writing? What headspace was I in? This sentence doesn't even make sense. Was there a plot? I don't know. Like I have those moments.
I have just like to share because I was writing like because the story used to have like a steamy scene and I'm not used to writing it, and it was set in Thursday and I was in the middle of writing a line and I went up to my husband and I'm like, I wrote this line and I need you to tell me what it sounds like. And he's like, okay, say it. And I'm like, the line goes, I want to show you how marvelous you are. And he gave me the look like, what the hell?
That sounds like that like romantic line you want to hear but like never comes out of somebody's mouth. Like, you know, like the one that you see in movies and it's like the perfect love story and you're like, dudes don't talk like that. I can see that. And then you meet a dude that really talks like that and you're like, wait a minute.
You're sus.
Right. Super suspect. Like, wait a minute. Who sent you? Who sent you?
Like, are you human? Are you real? This is
right.
Yeah, and he just said, just change the marvelous part. You're being extra again. Okay, so it sounds wrong, and he's like, it sounds wrong. I mean, he says nobody and like what you said, nobody talks like that.
Oh, maybe it's the sappy romantic in me, but I don't think it's a bad line.
I don't think it's a bad line. I see why your husband made that face, but I don't think it's a bad line either.
Well, also, to be fair,
can we just acknowledge that your husband was like, why are you being extra again? I just thought that was funny. I was like, yes, know your wife. Know your wife.
He knows.
Her husband also isn't. Sorry, I was just going to say, your husband isn't like, I'm assuming, not the target audience for that story. So if he thinks it's too extra, it might just be the right level, you know?
Yeah. And
right, because what's the genre of the short story?
It's like an erotic romance thing.
So yeah, that's perfect. Right. Yeah. those books don't be realistic. Like, don't nobody be having nothing go on in them stories like they do their regular life. That's fantasy for a lot of people. Put that marvelous word in there. Let her have a marvelous night with that marvelous man. Like, you better go.
Oh,
absolutely. I agree with everything Kashay said.
Right. Like, so in the the two I've read 5 books so far this year, and 2 of them have been eroticas based off of like people who like sent them to me, and they're not like they're like, I guess, what are they called? Like the romance that there's like a romance, but there's still a good amount of sex in it, but it's not only sex. Is that
Okay.
true?
I have no idea what that genre is called.
Right. See, I don't know either. Right. And so, no lie, like the dudes kept saying stuff, and I was like, talks like this. Talks like this. But these are USA best-selling authors at this point. So obviously people eat it up. So write that story, girl.
I better put.
Be marvelous. I just want to show you how marvelous you are. Okay. Let me put this shirt real quick. Wait a minute. Is that what happens? I feel like that's what happens.
I don't want to disclose why that line was there. I don't know. It just came out.
Are your cheeks gonna hurt this stream?
I think so. It just came out. I was just like typing it, and then like, oh, okay, this is what's gonna happen next. And then the next thing I know, I'm typing the line. I'm like, I literally said, I caught myself. I'm like, wait. I'm like, I don't think this is right. And that's when I asked him, is this right?
I think you have like summoned your erotica author powers, and that's where that came from.
I hope I give the line justice. Oh jeez. Okay, so Eva said this specific story has astral travel plot that isn't scary. Oh, I like that. But an overarching series plot is meant to keep it spooky.
Well, so spoopy is just kind of like a fun way of saying spooky.
Oh, a new word for me.
Right, because I just thought it was an accidental typo.
No,
Yeah.
it's spoopy. It's I don't even know how to define it because it is slightly different than spooky, I think, in my brain, but it's of that same vein, but with a slight jokiness to it. I don't know, but yeah, spoopy.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it. Katie says, "Ooh, Slappy the Dummy still makes my skin crawl."
That's a not Ghostbusters. What's my brain? We were just talking about it. Thank you.
I got you. I had to think too. I was like, dang, it do start with a G. It starts
It starts with, it starts with a certain word.
The Halloween one, the mask, the one that they did like multiple movies. That scared the life out of me. Like that, no.
Oh, maybe. Eva said the working title of this series is the Afterlife Coaches Club series. Some pretty corny things. I'm having fun writing it. You should have fun. I love the title.
I love the title. I will say I had no idea it would be a middle grade from that title. I was like, the Afterlife Coaches Club. Like it just
it's got Babysitters Club vibes. It's got Nancy Drew vibes. I get that.
Oh, okay. I guess I can see that.
I like it. Ace Rider said I might have to get those books for my kids. They love spooky stories. Awesome.
Yeah, no.
You want your kids sleeping in your bed every night because they're gonna be freaked out. Then definitely get.
Miguel, well, I like working in the night, but I'll only be here for a while. Well, thank you for joining us. And is this your freelance job or are you writing tonight? Let me know. Just Eve said, I feel like I do it every day, LOL. What did I write? This is garbage.
Oh, yeah. The internal dialogues are so brutal sometimes.
And she said, I'd edit that line down to show me.
Versus how marvelous you are?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be the response, though?
I think Kashay is just like, I really want that line to stick.
Yeah,
well,
I agree.
That, but also because like show me, but isn't the line like I want to show you how marvelous you are? So wouldn't that would be like a response to that, right? Like, well, show me then. You think you so bad? Show me I'm marvelous. I'm with it.
Oh wow. It's okay if fiction isn't realistic, even romance.
Mm-hmm.
And even
especially romance.
That's
That's
a
funny.
good play on the words.
That is good.
I'm so with
Because
you.
this is getting interesting.
I guarantee you that they wrote that when we were talking about erotica. 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh. As I had the stream up waiting for it to start, and it didn't start until now. YouTube just doesn't want me to watch stream. Aw,
But you're here now.
Right.
yeah, you're here
right.
now. You're good. AS said, "I love me some steamy romance. Doesn't need to be realistic." Oh, thank you. I thought it has to be
Yeah.
super real.
Maybe that's what it's called, steamy romance.
Steamy romance, maybe.
Maybe that's the genre.
Maybe
Steamy
that's the
romance?
job. Steamy.
Yeah.
Spooky's parody
Like,
spooky.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like spoofy?
Yeah, yeah, like
Yeah.
what? Play on words.
There are a lot of layers to that one.
I had to. I was like, I couldn't pass it up.
No, that was a good one.
Just Eva said it is tipping the scale a bit towards young adult, but for now I am just calling it middle grade until I have to change it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, I do like the title, so
Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
title. It's
I'll change the
intriguing.
title.
It's definitely intriguing. Like it makes me want to be like, ooh, I'll read the back cover of this. What's this gonna be about?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so let us do our first sprint. Is 20 a good time for everybody?
20 is great.
All right. Because we've been here for like 26 minutes.
My bad. I
It's
had
fun.
stories. I'm sorry.
No, I actually enjoy it because when I do streams alone, it's not like this. It's not this fun. So I actually love like having longer time to chat. Maybe that's just me being alone in a house.
Hi.
Look at that pretty pupper. Oh, just saying hi.
Yeah. No, he just.
Okay, last
slapped me in my face.
Mm.
last comment before we write. Eva said, "Yeah, haunted houses are spooky to me because they aren't real dangers versus spooky woods at night alone. LOL. There's no real danger in stories, but sometimes the characters don't know that. They don't
Yes,
know that.
I agree. Yeah.
Only you know that. All right, so is everybody ready?
Yes.
All right, so let us start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, okay. And that is for our first sprint of the night. How did everybody do? Gabby.
I did well. So I wrote 173 words, but I also spent a portion of that sprint rewatching. Sorry, pardon me. Sorry, I have my computer unmuted. Sorry, there was some echo there. My bad. So I spent the first part of the sprint rewatching some footage that I filmed yesterday because that footage had verbal notes in it about the short story that I am working on. So I was transcribing my notes, and then from there I started doing brainstorming about my protagonist and kind of the setting of the story. So that's what I did. 173 words though, to break it down.
Awesome. How about you, sis?
Had to find a mute button. I won't lie to y'all, I ate breakfast. So I had some Reese's Puff cereal, but
yes,
I know, right? It's amazing. Best thing ever. I got 140 words. So
nice.
Awesome.
Working on a blog post because I definitely need to do that. I just looked at my blog and I was like, you wrote one you wrote one post from October to January. You need to do better. So I'm trying to do better.
Is this the sequel to your short story, or is this a different one?
No, this is just an update blog post on like how the Ray Bradbury challenge is going so far in the year. So yeah, but I've been working on the next story in the Penelope's Curve collection. So I have been working on that. So
yay! Also, I forgot to ask you this, and I'm not sure if you saw this on your stream, but I need to ask this again. Sis, where's the album?
I saw it, and you were already gone by the time I was like, do not put me on blast like that. Do not put me on the spot like that. Okay, so what happened was December was just a hard month. Like I had a great time for my birthday, but there was just like a lot, like my great uncle died. Like there's just a lot that happened in December. But me and the boyfriend put GarageBand on my iPad so that I can start working on making my own little beats for the song and whatnot. So maybe that'll help it expedite the process. But yeah, no, I was I read the comment and I responded back to you before you had left before I had saw it on screen. Yeah, I was no, don't put me on blast like that. I know it's coming. It's coming.
I'm so sorry. I was just trying to, joke around, but I'm still waiting for it. I'm still waiting for it.
No, you're good. You will be the first person to hear it outside of the boyfriend. You have been asking more than anybody else, and honestly, I think you're asking because low-key it was your idea. But whatever the reason be, I feel like it was your idea for me to put out an EP. I feel like we were talking in the stream, and you were like, "You should do an EP by December," and I was like, "Sure, I'll do that." I don't know why I said that, but I said it. So it's the thing I'm gonna try to do.
Awesome. I will wait for it and I will promote it. I'm so sorry if I bothered your sleep. I can't feel my legs.
The poor little baby.
Yeah, he slept on my lap. I can't feel my legs as I had to move it, and he's like, "Don't move."
I just love his little mews.
Right? He's so cute.
So we have a question. We have 3 questions for tonight, and the first question is, how was week 2 of January for you? Who would like to answer first?
Shay?
Okay,
I volunteer you.
Okay. I volunteer you as tribute. Is that what we're doing now? Okay. No, so honestly, week 2 was definitely better than week 1. So week 1 I started doing 15 minutes of yoga a day, and then week 2 I brought it up to 15 minutes twice a day, so in the morning and at night. And
Nice.
no lie, doing it twice a day, especially like right before I'm going to bed, even if I don't go to bed for like maybe another 30 minutes, it like
Mhm.
relaxes me. It brings me at peace. Like I fall asleep faster. I'm not like sitting in bed with my mind just going a million places trying
Right.
to fall. So that has been great. I actually finished the story for week 2 the same day I started writing it. So like week
Nice.
2 is just so much better. Um, I'm not holding my breath for the year, but I am saying that week 2 was definitely better than week 1.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Awesome.
I
How
think
about you?
having like, oh, I was just gonna say though, I think focusing on mobility and having a mobility routine is so often overlooked, and I think it is so good for you, even outside of the physical attributes, but definitely the mental as well. So I think that's an awesome habit to be fostering. Week 2 was good for me. I like so obviously I talked about the craziness with my graduate program and it's starting a little bit earlier than everyone thought. So that was kind of stressful, but from a writing perspective, it has been an amazing week. Like I feel like every single day I've been working a lot on either personal projects or helping friends with projects or like doing collaborative stuff, and it's just been such a good time, and I feel just so much more fulfilled in my day-to-day life than I did during a lot of 2020, and so I'm hoping to keep that energy moving forward into the rest of the year. Just so, but yeah, week 2 has actually been a great week.
Awesome. Yeah. I could say the same. Week 2 was definitely better because week 1 was such a disaster. Um,
Um,
yeah, like I said, I had to take extra time to rest because got into a bit of an accident and everything was just painful. So far so good. Well, sis noticed that I have been stressing a lot, but hopefully by week 3, everything will be smoother. I guess maybe I'm just really in a time crunch right now with the anthology project. Like this is the first time I will be doing it, so maybe that's why I'm also stressing out. Like as a writer, your mindset when you're writing, even though it's the first draft, you always think that it has to be perfect, even though you should accept the fact that it's not gonna be perfect. You're gonna
right.
have the cringy lines and like plot holes and stuff, and so yeah, it was better than week 1. Definitely better than week 1.
Yay! So shout out to everybody's better week 2. Yay!
Hey.
Definitely.
Awesome.
So Eva said it was rough, to be honest. I didn't hit goals. I faced big disappointments. Our home had stress relative to a new position the mister is taking resolved, and the gestures around body state of the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry to hear that. And actually with the new kind of, they say, kind of virus or something, I'm also taking extra precautions because I have a little one here and my husband is working outside, and so I'm just trying to keep everybody healthy. I just heard that it now this one is airborne, and I pray it's not. I pray it's not airborne. I just pray. I just heard it from a neighbor. I just heard it from a neighbor, and she said it's airborne. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, I pray to God it's not airborne. It's gonna be tougher to everybody once it is. Yes. Well, you can go upstairs. No. Yeah. Yeah. He just his words just unlocked after his birthday, and now I have continuous conversation with it every day. Like the other day, I was like calling him, "Come here," and he's like, "Not now," and I'm like, "What do you mean not now? Stop counting on me. I will follow you later." Yeah, now he counts on me when I don't follow. It's like 1.
Wow.
That's how it is now.
That is
That's
funny.
funny.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
he
I feel
would
like my
first.
grandma always said, like, She was like, the best and worst time is when your kid learns to talk. She's like, it's the best because now you don't have to like guess to figure out what's wrong, but it's the worst because they don't stop.
Yeah. And if it's just like for 5 seconds, I move away from him. It is the first thing you'll hear is mommy, mommy, mommy. That's the tone, mommy. And then if I don't come, this is the next thing you hear. One, like right now, he's counting. Right now, he's counting on the stairs. See? See? That's him.
That's awesome. That's so funny.
That is. He's like hello.
Like with a little adult, like you have until 3.
Right.
1.
Don't let
2.
me get to 3. Don't let me get to 3, mama.
Yeah. Yeah, he resorted to that. And I'm like, oh, we're doing this now. You're going to do it to me? Because I do it to him when it doesn't follow me.
Yeah. You got to be like that. Only adults have that power. Only adults can do that.
That's mommy business right there.
Yeah, but he doesn't do it to anybody else. He doesn't do it to his father. He doesn't do it to my dad. He doesn't do it to my sisters. He doesn't talk when he's around them. But when he's around me, he's like all opinionated and stuff. But when he's around others, he's like a baby and doesn't talk.
All his words for you. Like he sits around all day like, I'm not going to say that. That's for mommy. No.
That's all
cute.
And my husband would get so frustrated. He talks to my son. He gets nothing. My son just looks at him. And then when he's upstairs, would hear when we're downstairs, we're having an argument like the other day with the cats. I told him, don't spank them. It hurts. And he said, no. Yes, it does. And he just keeps saying, and then suddenly for some reason, I did it. Oh, wow. Do that to me now. He even denied he took a bite from the egg that I cooked for his dad. I saw like a big bite on the egg, and I'm like, "Did you bite into this?" And he said, "I didn't." I'm like, wow. Then his dad asked him, "Well, did you take a bite in it?" And he just stared at him. I'm like, oh, now you won't talk.
That's funny.
Goodness, all the surprises he gives me, I appreciate it. Just Eva said, got another timeline issue resolved, about 100 words, awesome, but none that will stay. Just notes to change later tonight. I'm going to step out for some fresh air. Go ahead, enjoy the fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I will. Just hold on a second.
Oh my gosh, that's so many. Good job, Alice. That's awesome.
And don't let Alice fool you. That's Alice on a bad day. Alice,
I don't want to say mine.
Like 1,300 words. Don't let her fool you. She be putting all of us to say shame.
But these are essay words, right? So I feel like
that is true. Essays are a little bit harder. Alice be putting everybody. I be like, what do you got over there? Speedy Gonzalez fingers? Like, I have questions.
I forgot to share my word count. My word count is 712.
Oh, you like Alice who?
Yeah, seriously.
That's what you like. Alice who? Okay.
The next time I'm going to do a stream, I'm going to have a contest.
Gonna have like a type off stream, like to see who can like write as many words like in a lot of times. Like I just think that'd be a fun little competition, just because y'all be going crazy.
Yeah, I would like to try to implement like the word, because like in the Filipino NaNoWriMo Discord chat that we have like this Wednesday word wars, where we will write during Wednesday and then we will add everything by the end of the year, and then the one with the biggest word count will have a prize by December.
That's cool.
And seriously, they did have like some received like gift checks for like the the bookstore here, and some got like physical stuff, and everybody was just I want it. John said, got some editing done that time. Awesome. Hey, AS Renner said, 703 words is awesome at Alice. It really is. And for an essay,
right. Amazing.
And she also read and took notes. Nothing special. Hey, don't say it's nothing special. Never say that. Come on.
I love reading and taking notes on my own work because it's like you get to step outside of an author's mind and into an editor's mind. And I think editing is kind of the root part of the writing process. And for some reason, when I sit down with my printed out manuscript and I've got like stickies and red pens and highlighters and stuff, it stops feeling personal. And I really feel like I can dig in and critique my work without it being like, this is bad because I wrote it and I'm insecure, versus this sounds awkward, or this character's motivation here doesn't make sense. And I love sitting down, reading, and taking notes on all my work because it helps me get into an editing mindset. So
I agree.
I think it is special. I think it is a special little experience.
Yeah, so never say it's nothing special. Come on, every step of the writing process for me is magical. It will show you something different. Because not every story is the same. So never say nothing special.
I agree. I completely agree.
Katie says, I reread a chapter to try to get into the character's head again. Awesome. And Katie's answer is, week 2 was good for me. I completely changed my novel, and thanks to Miss Wallace, I re-outlined the whole thing, and now I'm rewriting and having a great time. Awesome. That's great. Alice said, exhausting, wrote 3 exams and over 10K in school words. Oh,
wow.
Wow.
3 exams. I suddenly had flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yes, I will. Just wait a second. AS Renner said, we have lockdown here in Germany, and I took longer walks to get some time away from the kids. I love them, but sometimes I need time off. Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely, you do.
Oh, we are in lockdown since beginning of December. Yes, I have heard that some countries have indeed returned to the lockdown stage. I am now counting the days here because when December arrives, it's like there's no pandemic here. Everybody's just walking around.
I'm intrigued to see what we do over the next 100 or something days, right? Because the first 100 days of a presidency are like the most important. So I'm intrigued to see what happens over the next few months here. Because lockdowns, like if we would have locked down like we were supposed to, I don't think we'd be nearly as bad as we are. But nobody wanted to do it really. So I'm just intrigued to see if they'll like go that extra mile and make it happen. And we can lose these cases. Like, because no matter what, our numbers keep rising. Like, our numbers have not dropped. Like, even though the world keeps moving in America, like nothing is going on, our numbers are like people are still dying. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, and it's heartbreaking to see that cases still to continue to rise, and there's still some people who just still take it as a joke, or like it's nothing, and then it's like you want to tell them that, oh, you don't want to know the feeling when you're the person that's in that situation, whether you're the one who has it, or it's a family member that has it, and you're devastated because you don't want to lose a family member. So I'm like, just put yourself in the shoes of those who are really struggling during this time.
Yeah,
you'll understand how it feels.
Right, because let me tell you, not getting to go to your family's funeral because only a certain amount of people are allowed, or they're not even allowing people to view bodies, is one of the hardest things to have to deal with. And I had to deal with it multiple times last year. So like for me, it's like, this is like, just wear your mask, use your hand sanitizer, stay your tail at home. Like,
skip the parties.
It sucks. Like, trust me, I don't like being locked up in my house all the time. But if it means we get through this faster and safer, then like let's just do it,
Yeah, let's just do it. If you like, for example, like I would watch the news that there's still people who party. And I'm like, if you want this to be, over with, then stay at home. The parties can wait. Like, and Sid's here. Hi, Sid. How's the story you're reading? Alice, I'm writing slower because I do not want to have to do a developmental edit of this essay, only line and copy edits for essays. I understand.
That makes sense.
I love how
And
703 words was writing slower. I think that's brilliant.
Right.
if that's writing slower, then how many words could she make in if it's like a normal writing mode?
Yeah.
And it's 20
1300.
minutes.
1300. That's how many.
300.
That's how
Amazing.
many she can do in a normal.
Cash is like keeping record. Okay, Alice says,
I've been,
good
I've been
day.
keeping Alice for a long time. Like, how do I get to the like? Can I unlock this level of achievement one day? Like, I really hope to. That would be just awesome.
Like writing on a board. Alice on a good day she writes 13. On a bad day she writes 700.
703. Yeah.
Right.
In 20 minutes. That's our
Right.
20-minute pace.
20 minutes.
If I can just work my way up to 700 every 20 minutes, like I don't
Oh my
even
gosh.
need 13. I'd be good.
Yeah.
I'd be perfectly satisfied.
Yes, we will. Okay, we will. Just wait. 2 more comments and then we will. Okay. Sid said, yeah. Sid said better than week 1, and AS said that is so true. Every step of the writing process is magical. Put that on
It
a
is.
wall.
Yes.
Okay, so let us do the second sprint because this little one really wants to go upstairs. Yeah, we will go upstairs now. Yes, we will. Oh, look what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to share my screen and then we're going to go upstairs. Okay, okay, okay. We will. Eric, say hi, Gabby. Eric, say
Hi.
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 Oh, he can't hear us because she's wearing headphones.
All right, I didn't even realize
No, but
that.
no, but I'm telling him to say hi. And like I said, he doesn't speak.
That's okay. He's
That's
observing.
Hey, that smile is good enough for me. I'm fine with
Yes.
this.
Yes.
He
So
almost kissed
handsome.
his playmate the other day.
Oh my
Behave
goodness.
yourself. Yeah.
Not
he
in
was
a
playing-
pandemic. In this economy, no.
Right, not in this pandemic.
He almost and he was playing with Crystal and Allison, and he was gonna kiss Allison. And what happened is Allison just yeah.
Oh,
And his face was like he just got rejected. His face he was like he looked at me like, what happened? And I told him, not now. You're still a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, so let us start the next sprint. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. And that is it for our second sprint. How did everybody do? Let me know in the comments. How did my lovely friends did?
I went a little slower that time. I only got about 137, but again, I'm like outlining a short story and kind of doing brain dump. And so theoretically, I should have been like dumping a lot more, but I don't know why, but my brain is working a little slower this morning. So I'm just, it's been a nice, relaxing morning, just taking it easy, writing down ideas I think are worthwhile. I have a lot of thoughts in my head, but a lot of them are not worthwhile. So
Well, I think it's okay, to really take time to write down your plans or your thoughts or notes for a story before you write. And even me, I am a pantser. I still write down like what I know what will happen, just so I can have like this guide where even though I write something else, this should go next.
yeah. So I am like, I would also consider myself a pantser, but for this set of short stories I'm doing, I'm gonna make a whole video about it, but I'll kind of tell you guys. For Christmas, my sister got me this set of 21 chocolates, but all of the chocolates are packaged as if they are books. So they have titles and cover designs. And every week, I like for the next however many weeks, I want to try and attempt to write one short story per week. And so this is the very first one, and it's milk chocolate infused with lavender, and the title is Lavender, a Girl in the Wild, and this is the cover.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm thinking and not only am I basing the story off of the title and the cover, but I also have like a section in the videos where I actually eat the chocolate, and then I describe how the chocolate tastes, and because of that, that like also influences the story. So the lavender flavor in this chocolate is actually very subtle. So, and it's very sweet and happy, like a very happy chocolate bar. So I think I'm gonna do kind of almost a kid's book short story where it's got kind of a where the wild things are vibe, and it's about a little girl, and I kind of wanted to have like a cottagecore aesthetic, but she goes on an adventure in the forest. And so that's kind of what I'm plotting out today. And I just, because there are like guidelines to follow, and because I'm following a title and a cover and a flavor profile, I feel like I have to outline just a little bit. So I'm incorporating all those notes that I have to follow, if that makes sense. So
Awesome. That's a cool concept.
yeah, so I'm excited.
Good concept for sure.
I'm really excited. I've been focusing so intensely on one single story since 2015. I had like one break where I like did something for the 2019 Nano, which was different, and then this summer I was working on like a little project for one of my sisters. But for the most part, the past 5 years have been like dedicated to a single project. And I was like, I really want to branch out, write a ton of just small stories, and I was trying to figure out how to do that. And then my sister gave me this gift for Christmas. I was like, wait, this is perfect, because I don't even have to come up with titles. I don't have to come up with covers. Like it's kind of already, they're halfway
there.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it'll be a fun project.
Yeah, you really need that. How about you, Shay?
So I got a little bit of words in. I actually like handle like admin stuff that time. No, according to for the words, I didn't get any words then. So I did a lot of typing, but it was not in any document. Apparently, it was just talking to people to handle. So I did that. Oh, and I did a couple of Duolingo lessons. I am
Nice.
I'm
What
on
language?
Spanish for right now, so I'm on a good 16-day streak.
Nice.
So it's also the last day in the leaderboard that I'm in, and so I've been coasting so that people don't get really, really high on the leaderboard. So then in one day I can just come and be number one because I'm competitive and childish and calculating like that. But it's a thing. Hey, get out that window.
Oh, the cats run away. I was gonna show you the two. So I got 319 words during that sprint. I took care of Gab. He's upstairs, and I was attacked by the twins. Um, I'm gonna show you the two because the white kitty came out because the mom's here. So I'm gonna try
Mm.
and get them without being scratched. I'm gonna get the white one first. Hold on. Can I borrow the little one, please?
So cute. I love cats.
See, and I think kittens are adorable, but I'm like deathly allergic to cats.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
always like, oh, they're so cute from afar.
Yeah. From through a
across the
computer screen.
Right.
Ow. So this is Marcelito. Calm down, sweetheart. Calm, calm down. Yeah. This is Marcelito.
Oh, hi, little baby. Hi. Oh, look at that little face. They're just so cute.
Yeah. Yeah. Just say hi.
That's so cute.
Yeah. He was the smallest, and now he's more of a house cat because he is playful, but most of the time he's just in a corner. I'm going to get the white one. I'm going to get the white one. Okay, here we go. We're going. We're going back. We're going back. Come on, we're going back. We're gonna get your sister. We're gonna get your sister. Can I borrow the rabbit?
How are your two dogs, Shay? Are they just chilling?
Can I talk to rabbit, please?
Yeah, I keep having to tell Titan to get out that window.
Never let
Yeah.
me hold you.
Yeah, they're just chilling. Cleo is like laying down, and of course, Titan's at the window.
And so this one, I rarely get to hold her because she jumps, and she's a quick
Okay.
one.
Oh, poor little thing. Look.
Ooh, she's like, it's bright. What are you doing? I want to be.
Yeah.
Like she has
She's
no
like-
tail,
Oh, wow, yeah.
so she's a rabbit.
cute, though.
She's a rabbit.
Oh, because she hops.
Yeah, she literally hops. She doesn't run when she plays. She just suddenly hops, and out of nowhere, you're just walking in the dark. You see this from the floor.
One of my friends in college got a kitten, and when the cat was kind of that size, he would hop and he would go like make noises each time he hops. So it'd be like, and it was so
That's
freaking cute. Like
cute.
he was hyping up his own he was like giving himself his own sound effects. It was so freaking cute.
Mine has no sound, so it really scares me. Like I don't know what that was, and I just look at it's the cat. Okay, that's the cat. It's harder when it's the twins and the lights are closed. It's harder when it's the twins because they blend in really well with the environment. So it's harder. Okay, so we have the second question. I forgot to change the banner. I just realized it when we were at like the 3-minute mark. So the question is, did you achieve your goals for this week? Or what are the goals that you achieved this week? Or something like that.
Let's see. I have a planner in which I write down my goals. Let's see if I actually achieved them. And if not, there's still today left in the week. So there's always a chance to get them done. All right, let's see. So, that was last week. Okay, I would say I got about 50% of my to-do list done, which my goal for January, for the most part, has been like really focusing on maintaining a to-do list, not just like make a to-do list, but like do the things on that list. So, because normally I just make the list and then I don't do anything and I just watch TikTok all day. So I think 50%, and I had like 20 things on my list. So I think I've been very productive this week. So yeah.
Awesome.
How about you?
Shay,
By you,
you want to go first?
I'm at Shay.
Go first?
Sorry.
Okay, that's what I was like. By you, do you mean me?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, no, you're fine. Okay, so I had to go look for my goals.
I had to go look as well.
I finished Clap When You Land. That was the one book I wanted to make sure I finished this month, and I finished it. And I loved it. 5 stars, by the way. Then another goal that I had was to start the Walter Mosley Masterclass. I also did that. I got 4 out of 13 lessons completed, so I'm gonna do some more this upcoming week. And post to blog once a week. Working on that one right now to make sure that's
Nice.
done. So for the most part, everything that like I have been planning to do, I've done. And the yoga, I've been wanting to do that every day, writing at least 444 words every day, practicing Duolingo every day. Like those were also like my goals. And so,
Gotcha.
Awesome.
so having a good
I got most everything done. I wanted to try like journaling for the month of January, but I suddenly stopped. Was it like Monday? Because I realized that no, this is why I don't journal. It's because I'm not good at. For some reason, I'm not good at like writing my thoughts in a journal. I can write a song about it, but I can never like say today was and stuff like that. But one thing I really want to be consistent with is reading my Bible every morning before I do anything, and that I am happy with. I got my verse every day, and I would remind myself during the day what's the verse, what am I gonna hold on to for today, what's gonna be our motto for the day, and so far that has helped me survive. Survive. It's like I underwent something. um, I saw
You did
this.
though. It sounds like your past month was really stressful. So you
Yeah,
are kind of in survival mode right now. So
I am. I
hmm,
really am. Especially what would happen with last week. I suddenly feared for my life.
yeah,
Ser- Seriously, the first question that I asked when I opened my eyes at that time was like, "Am I still alive?"
yeah.
right.
Because yeah, because this was me, and this was the thing. This was the thing. So
Gosh.
I was like, am I still alive? That was the first question I asked silently. And the next thing I asked was, is my husband fine? Because he just recovered from an accident on his right leg. And I'm like, is he fine? Is his leg fine? That was my next question. And then the third thing I thought of was my son. He was home, and I'm like, oh Lord, please! I still have a child back home. I don't want this to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing that fell on top of me was still moving. Everything stopped and it was still moving. I was being dragged, so I was like, oh god.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah. He died. I survived.
Well, yes, you're definitely in
But I don't want
survival
that to happen
mode.
again.
So yeah, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This is why how I am acting recently. I'm trying not to you know, get it to my head. I'm trying not to get into my head, but sometimes you can't help but remind be reminded of that. Just really just don't want it to happen again.
Yeah.
Started 2021 and I got that.
Yeah. Not a great start to the year.
No, really no. So Sid said it was incomplete. The story he was because we had a stream last night and he was reading something on Wattpad and he said it was incomplete.
Right.
The person tried to leave on a mysterious note, but it was like, "Excuse me, please wrap up the story. I hate Wattpad writers, unless it's Kashay Warren, Penelope's Curve." Nice one, Sid. Nice
Right,
one.
right. Like, oh, she do right on there. Let me like amend that. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm hoping
And
to put a second story on Wattpad by March. So
Ooh.
I've been
yes,
like
it's my
working.
reading month. It's my reading month.
Yeah, okay, good. March is a great time then.
So maybe this is a
That
good
was
way
me.
for
That
me
was
to.
me. That was me. Calm
Hi,
down.
pups. All right. So maybe this is a good way for me to segue that you guys should definitely check out Penelope's Curve. Cashay's links are in the description. You go on her Instagram and then click on the link on her bio. Read it. It's good. Let me tell you, I reread it 1,000 times, and I'm going to repeat the Naked Firefly's advice: don't read it while you're eating.
Oh, okay.
Take my advice: don't
I
read it
promise
before
you
you.
it's not that bad. I promise you it's not that bad. I don't know why they keep doing this to me. It's not that bad, Wallisimo. I'm telling you.
It's not that bad, but that's how you got us. Like in the real world, we said the question. Wait, like that was
Man, so here's
so
my
that means
thing.
it's.
I didn't prepare it. I didn't cook it. It's not my fault.
I know, but that's it. You got us hooked, and that's a good thing. It means the story is impactful. It was immersive. So that's actually the first time I read something in that genre. So I was like, oh, that means I liked it. I want more. I'm just waiting for the sequel. Just waiting for the sequel.
Nice.
Katie said, Katie said a while ago, I just waved at y'all like I was actually on the stream.
I do that all the time for some random reason.
Or if like someone responds to my comment and they're like talking, I'll respond out loud and be like,
Yeah.
type that in the chat because they can't hear you.
Exactly. Yep.
Bye bye side. Lauren's here. Hi, happy writing today has been kind of a stressful. It's not even noon yet. I think it's noon. And she and Nicole was also on my stream yesterday. So thank you again for joining me. Katie got 94 words as I'm trying to ease into this chapter and write slower than I usually do.
I'm
Awesome.
trying to think what chapter she's on. Katie, is it specifically like for easing into this chapter? Is it because of this chapter that you want to write it slower? What is making you use that strategy? Or just in general, are you going to try and write slower? Because I'm just saying, I've been reading what you've been writing recently, and the pace you've been using is still putting out some brilliant freaking stuff. So, but I get wanting to like ease into a specific POV or a chapter, but I just was wondering if in general you were trying to write more slowly. So, just curious.
Just Eva said, I returned and stared at words for a bit. I think I'm going to grab some food and find a true crime. I'm not getting ish done. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay. Just breathe and relax, and it will come to you. I swear it will.
And
Alice,
sometimes you need the distraction to get it to come to you, right? When you're like focusing too hard on something and your brain is just like,
nope.
neurons aren't firing. And then you make some mac and cheese and all of a sudden you're like, I have solved the main conflict of the plot.
Why does it happen when you do something else?
Macaroni and cheese sounds amazing right now.
I know. It really does.
I just looked and I was like, it's 11:22 in the morning. Is that too early for macaroni and cheese?
Well, but by the time you make it, it'll be, I mean, yeah. So that's like a solid lunch. That's a lunch food.
Yeah, macaroni and cheese it is.
Don't do this to me. It's 1:22 a.m. here.
Oh, dang, my bad.
It's okay. It's okay. I already had like the oats drink before the stream started because Gab wanted milk, so I guess that's considered as midnight snack. Maybe. Alice said, I spent time looking for a picture for the cover of this essay. I couldn't find one, so I might have to draw one myself. Kudos to everyone who knows how to write and draw.
I know. I'm working on my drawing skills, but like, yeah. Also, can we just say that when I was in high school, I wasn't putting no picture on the cover of my essay. It was the title, my name, and here you go, these 5 pages.
Yeah.
So go, Alice, go. College, I cared a little bit more. But in high school, nope. You got this expository essay on blah, blah, blah. Here you go.
I feel so bad. I'm such the opposite. I cared so much back in high school. Then when college arrived, I'm like,
See, and I did care a lot.
Yeah,
I cared a whole lot. I was a great
cover.
Right,
like a cover on an essay.
Right. We weren't doing all that. Like, one, there wasn't like, we weren't color printing everything. Like, it wasn't like, our resources were very limited at the time.
I think I was extra in other ways. Like, I would buy like at your like local office supply store. You know how you can buy the like slip things with the covers. Every high school essay I put in one of those, and college obviously too. But I like. So now I feel, even though I was extra, I feel shown up by Alice.
Oh, for sure.
Covers for her essays.
I felt shown up with the cover, and then she said I might have to draw one myself.
I know.
And I was like, oh, wow. Like, you really want that A.
She better get that.
Like,
she better get that grade.
If these thousands of words don't get you, I guess I'm done. The cover was not big. I just wanted to shout you out because I thought that was awesome.
No. Yeah, we're super impressed.
Last time I think I've drawn for an essay is in grade school, because we were given like this big notebook. It's called like, this is gonna be a journal, and every Friday you're gonna journal here at school, and then you're gonna draw. And I'm like, oh great, we're gonna draw. Great. Can't we just write? And the teacher said, I asked the teacher, can't I just write? And she's like, no, you gotta draw what happened to your week. And I'm like, my whole week? I'm like, can I use stick figures? And she said, no, you gotta be, very creative. Unless I was like, oh, great. I can't even use stick figures.
For shame.
The last time I had to like draw for like school, like in a writing way, like, because we had to like draw stuff in like biology when you had to do like the parts of a flower and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but, like, for essays, I was in Spanish, and our year-long Spanish project was to write a book. So every week you got introduced new words, and you were supposed to like draw a picture and like write sentences. So it was like not supposed to be like a deep book, but like a book for like a little kid who was like learning Spanish type thing.
Gotcha.
Oh wow.
Definitely difficult, because I'm having to write in a different language and I'm having to draw. Also, barely turned in that assignment. That was the first time that I ever was like, maybe I'm not a good student, because that was the hardest assignment I ever had. Like, by far the hardest assignment I ever had. Like, even in college, and that was like 8th grade. Like, Spanish in college had nothing on Miss Cleveland my 8th grade and 9th grade year, let me tell you.
Oh wow. I get so many memories of my homework back then. It's nice to reflect.
Right.
Never know. AS Runner said, I want those chocolates. This is an amazing idea. It really is. It's like a prompt.
Well, let's hold off on saying amazing until some of these stories come out, because they are bound to be rough.
Hey, like I've been telling everybody with Short Story Saturday, Ray Bradbury said it is impossible to write a bad short story every week if you write one every week for a year. So this process, I promise you, from the words of the late great Ray Bradbury, you're gonna have at least one amazing story come out of there.
At least one.
Great.
Right. And I feel like if you get one, like, hey, one is all you need, right? Like,
exactly.
So
Alice said, my goal was to survive with my sanity intact. I completed that goal. I'm gonna agree with this one as well.
Yeah, with 3 exams and 10,000 words needed to be written, it's amazing to get through finals week, midterms with your sanity intact.
Oh, really? Really. Eva said, nah, but it's cool. Well, I am sending you all my love and support, and I hope by the next week your goals will be met. And I don't hope, I claim that your goals will be met this incoming week.
So nice.
Everybody, you will be. I claim it. Everybody will be doing their goals this week.
Yes.
I think these comments are in reference to the cats.
Yeah.
They are so cute.
They're both so cute. Yeah, my husband didn't really want the kittens, but when he saw them growing up, he got too attached.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
how you
like
reel them in.
Right.
with the pets.
Yes.
Sid said, I took too much time making coffee. I missed the whole sprint. That's okay. That's okay. We are actually reaching the 2 hour mark, so we will just be answering the third question. So, my sis could take at least 30 minutes of a break because I know she has to stream after this.
Ah,
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. It's so
And,
nice thinking about me. Because I
and
definitely like, I would have to get up and like put some water on the stove because your girl is gonna eat. Like that's gonna happen. Like
I
I gotta get
thought
some.
so if anybody wants another stream, it's on Kashay's channel. It's 2 a.m. my time, so I'm not sure what
Right,
time
so
it
at the
will
top
be.
of the hour. At the
Yeah.
top of the hour.
Said it's not that bad, but it's just the emotions. I knew what was coming. um, AS Runner, I'm hooked. We'll go to Wattpad right after this stream.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you.
And Sid, I'll have to join that March reading month. Yes, for the whole month of March, I will only be reading as well as after April. So that's what I'm going to do for this year. Like before and after, like Camp Nano and Nano, I will be reading, not writing, except for October because I got Promptober again for this year.
I like that idea.
I survived the Promptober last year. That was a blessing. Oh, here we go. Stop,
yes.
Wallace. You're too nice to
Yeah.
me. I'm trying to write slower because it is a slower scene. I also want to be particular about my word choice so I don't overwrite unnecessarily and cut more later.
I think that's a good strategy. I think it's a good strategy. And you do what feels right for you, Katie.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do the
I
same strategy.
short story wise, that's definitely how I write. Like I'm more wordy in a novel, but
Mm,
short story, like I write just what needs to be there for that first draft, and then it's like, okay, then let me go in and add more descriptions and add more things. But I'm like super careful because with short stories, I don't ever
right.
want to have to like write too much and take away. Like I'd rather just add and fill in.
Mm,
So I
hmm
definitely understand that, Katie, for sure.
I'm gonna keep that note in mind because this is the first short story I'm writing, and the limit is 5,000. And the first time I was writing it, really I knew I was going to write about 10,000, and I'm like, no,
hmm
this shouldn't happen. And then I finished yesterday, and it was at 7,000. So I was like, okay, so I just gotta remove 2,000 words, and then we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the Penelope's curve that you read
Yeah.
is almost it's like 2 times as big as the original.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
Like the
wow.
original Penelope's curve was like a little bit over 2,000 words, and the
Okay.
final one was over 5,000. So like yeah, like that's my advice to anybody writing short stories. Like stick to like the story and the scene, like what you see, and then go in and like add other stuff to fill it out because that makes it so much easier than having to like write a lot and then take away. Because right,
Mm,
like with 7,000 words and you got to take away 2,000, that's like a third of the story.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try and rewrite it in a different way because I just have this elaborate thing in my head, and I'm like, how am I supposed to fit this elaborate scene into 5,000 words? And I'm like, and then the head of the anthology gave like a list of what kind of like steamy scenes you're doing. There's mild and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, let's go with the mild because I can never describe those kind of things. Let's go with the mild. And I'm like, well, if this is mild, then maybe I can cut this part out, but I am keeping the line that Kashay wants, so
hmm
I'm gonna keep that line. And then I'm just going to maybe work through it because I'm gonna send it to an editor tomorrow. So fingers crossed I get everything figured out.
Definitely fingers crossed.
So Alex said, "That's not really an essay. It's a mock textbook chapter for social studies about the disability rights movement. So pictures are required."
Gotcha. Okay. I feel less overshadowed, I guess, in my extraness.
Katie said, "Drawing your week in a journal sounds like a cruel and unusual punishment." NAS runner, yeah, that would be a punishment for me. It was punishment for me. It happens every Friday during English class, and I'm like, can I just skip this class just for one day every week? And I forgot my grades there, but there's this one time that I really made an effort because it was like an important day of my life that I was like, I'm going to try and give my best. I did get a high grade on that, but for the rest of the journal, I'm like, I just draw what I can. You draw a tree, you draw sun. It was a sunny week, and then the rest it was rainy. That's it.
It's just a weather journal. It's just a weather log.
Yeah, and then I described everything in words. I was better at just describing. On this week, this happened. I got pushed and stuff like that. It's called it's a project called The Things They Never Taught Us. We will be showing these textbook chapters to the head teacher in an attempt to put some of the stuff in the curriculum.
That's really interesting. That's a really cool project. That is so cool.
We had to do that in like something similar in college, but not in high school. And I think that's where stuff really matters, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if they ever did like that for high school seniors across the country, it would drastically change how people are taught to do things. Like, oh, I love that idea.
Yeah, I like that. It should be done. It should.
Anybody should be on that project. Alice, I think that you are like a great person to be on that, like for sure.
Yeah, I agree. And Grapevine said, "I try to do PROMPTOBER every year and fail within a week. I was supposed to give up day 3.
I'm gonna try with you this year. I'm gonna try PROMPTOBER for 2021 with you. I'm gonna try that.
Oh, thank you. I actually was going to give up.
I wanted to do it with you this last time, but whoo, child, I was not there. I was not mentally there for that. But this year,
I understand, and it's actually it's like training your mind to be. It's like you're disciplining yourself because after October you do nano, so it's like you really, for example, for PROMPTOBER, you should never do it while you're writing a different project. I learned that the hard way. So like during October, it's just for PROMPTOBER, and then for nano, it's gonna be like for nano only. So yeah, I will try and do my best for PROMPTOBER this year. I will try because there are some songs where it's like about real life situations that I really had to research because I didn't want to like write something that's offensive or that like would be offensive to other people. I didn't want that. I really had to be very, very careful. So yeah. So we will have one last question and then we will do the outro. So I will not put the banner because it's messing up with my StreamYard. It's not nice to me tonight. So the third question is, what did you learn from week 2 of January?
I learned that I really like helping somebody with developmental edits. I really like critiquing other people's stories and helping like figure out new paths for stories. I think that was something that really surprised me. Because when I doing it with my own work, I've always thought that even though I like editing, doing like big developmental changes is where I'm the weakest, right? But I think that is kind of the author's curse, is that when you have written the story, it's really hard to step back from it and be able to look at the story as a whole critically and think about what could be improved, because you would think if you knew what could be improved, you would have done it the first time. But and so I always thought, oh, I need developmental editors to look at my stuff because I'm not good at developmental editing. I'm just good at like line editing, making sentences sound nicer. But no, I worked with Katie this week and I realized I really, really like it. So that was fun.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
So along the same veins of Wallace, I learned how valuable, like, not learned like I didn't know, but kind of just like had something reiterate how important critique partners are. So I finally, after not having worked on it since July, worked on Jesus Never Went to College after my CP got through like the first 5 chapters, and she was like, "This ain't it. You got to do something. Like, this is da-da-da." And I sat down like while we were in the middle of critique and was like, "Hey, can we do a couple of sprints?" Started rewriting chapter 1. Y'all, it's in a whole completely other tense, and I was like heart racing, like, oh my god, this is so wrong, this is not the right tense, I'm gonna have to rewrite everything I'm writing now, but it's flowing, let me keep going. And I read it to her and she was like, this is 100 times better. Low-key, I was mad because 100 is a big number. So I was mad, but I was also like, okay, this could be a thing. So like it just reiterated how important a good CP is. Like, they don't just tell you what's wrong, like they help you figure out a solution. So I'm with Wallace. Today, this week was great for critiquing.
Awesome. What did I learn?
You learn your child has major attitude.
Yeah, that's one. That's one. That's one.
9. Does he? Yeah.
Like, does he get to, like, does he go past 3? I'm curious.
He got to 9 on stream tonight, but he kept saying 9 over and over again. So I think maybe 10 might be hard for him, 10 plus, but he's got 9 down.
That's the farthest it's been. The past days he just reached like 5. He just did 9 tonight. So and I never do that to him. I would just count until 3. I would even say 2.5. I would even say that, but no, he just jumped from 3 to 9.
Hey, all I gotta say is, as bad as he is, I can only imagine what it would be like if he was a little girl. Little girls are super sassy when it comes to like mommy now. So that, like, I don't think she would have got to 9 because I think she would have been like you, 2.5, 2.75.
Yeah, that's how I count down for him, and I think he got the sass from his dad. Because I'm not sassy. His dad has the sass. Like whenever we talk, he's just like all the sass, and I'm like, what did I do? What do I do? And sometimes there's 2 of them in the house, so you would think, how do you react? Like there's 2 kids in the house, one a grown kid and a little kid. So like you would think, well, like there's just 2 of them. I can't. That's why I told my husband, one of these days I would really need time, like on my own in a cafe. And he's like, why would you leave me with your kid? And I'm like, well, you can handle him, right? And he's like, no, he acts like me, I can't. And I'm like, that's the good thing. He's like you can take care of him then.
Absolutely, because he's the father.
Right,
yes.
you know, it's totally you.
He has the audacity to say, why would you leave me with your
like, nah, it's definitely your kid. Like, he definitely acts like you.
No, that's how we term it. Like for me sometimes. Like,
no,
hey,
I do the same thing with my brothers. I do the same thing. Like when my dad does something stupid, guess what your daddy did today? Like I say that to my brothers all the time. Or like my second oldest brother is like my dad's twin, and whenever I see him, I'm like, oh, look at you looking like your daddy. Like, yeah. No, yeah. Like we don't got the same dad. We sure do, but that's his dad all the time.
That's like how we do it. Like for me, my Gab would not listen to me, and I would like, hey, your kid is not listening to me. Maybe you should go and try and talk to him. And he would be like, why? And I'm like, well, he doesn't listen to me, so maybe he will listen to you. That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
And then he would not. And then when his dad would talk, Gab would stop because he doesn't react. It's just silence. In, like, for example, in the bedroom, I would hear this, Gab, what's going on? And then everything just went silent. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, yes, it stopped. And then when he comes down, I hear this, Mommy. Oh no. Let me see. Sid said, yes, to critique partners, I need to get better at it. Yes, I agree. And yay for the return of Jesus Never Went to College. Yes, I was gonna ask Kashay about it. Like, where's the Jesus Never Went to College? Because he
I started really focusing on short
So.
stories. I just started really focusing on short stories, and I had hit a slump with that. I didn't know where the story was going, and I didn't have anybody to read it yet. So now that I've like gotten some eyes on it to like, hey, this works, this doesn't work, like this is too slow, this needs to be sped up. So and now I feel more confident in the story. Yeah, it's back on. It's back up.
It's back. Alice said, I learned I never want to do 4 hours of chem in a row again. Who would? Chemistry? Chemistry?
Yes, chemistry.
Okay.
Right. Word of warning to you, if you have to take it in college, that is exactly what the lab is.
A lab.
4 hours in a chemistry lab every week.
I'm still so salty over my sophomore year of college, and Halloween is my favorite holiday. And I had an evening lab, and it fell on Halloween. So I spent Halloween night in an Oaken lab zesting a lemon and then extracting from the lemon zest the like citric acid or something like that. I was like, you know what? I could be out giving out candy. I could be, enjoying the general atmosphere, but no, I'm freaking zesting lemons.
Wow. Yeah.
Freaking zesting lemons.
Yeah.
Great by Kashay, I like your shirt.
I've been trying to work on this whole Scooby-Doo meets a different world, so I had to go with the vibes. So.
We just watched Scooby-Doo yesterday.
Yeah, no, Scooby-Doo is always on my TV. Like, ask anybody who talks to me regularly, you'll hear Shaggy, Daphne, Velma, and Fred in the background at any given time of the day. 2 a.m, it's playing. 3 p.m, it's playing. Like, it's my show.
I don't mind. I love Scooby-Doo. Wallace reminded me that we talked about, like, the other day, we talked about, like, Halloween here. It was with Sherry, and I told her that people don't really celebrate Halloween here, but we do have like the All Saints Day here during November 1 to 2. And that's where all the spooky things start, like the horror movies and the horror stories. There are some places here that do celebrate Halloween, but not that much. But we get
y'all have a lot of like Spanish influence, right, in the Philippines? So like De los Muertos type stuff, like more like than what Halloween would be.
Yeah. And I think it's really because they're the longest one here, so
yeah,
that's why. AS runner, gotta run. My kids need food. Thank you for facilitating the stream. It was fun. Bye. Thank you for joining us. And Alice said, labs are okay. It's the exams sitting still that are the problems.
Okay.
I understand.
That's fair. Brain turns to mush.
Yeah. Unless it's a night class, you won't be in nobody's classroom that long. Or a summer class, in college it's not that long at all.
Okay, so we are at the end of the stream. So if my co-hosts would love to do their outros, do your announcements, all of it, promotions, go.
I volunteer Wallace this time.
Oh, for me first?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Bye, everybody. It was so awesome to hang out with both of you ladies today. Thank you again so much for having me on. My channel, once again, is Wallisimo, and I'm not making any promises, but theoretically, for the next 5 weeks, I'm going to be putting up a channel every Thursday, and it's going to be short stories that I base off of 21 chocolate bars that I got for Christmas that look like little books. So if you're interested in following me on that journey, come over to my channel and hang out. But thank you again so much for letting me join you today.
Oh, I'm so
Thank
excited.
you.
Like, I can't wait for those videos to come out. Like, you have no idea. Like, that idea.
Don't hype them up too much. They're not going to be good.
Or no,
Hey,
but I
don't say
just
that.
like just the fact that that is what you're gonna try is just awesome. Like the fact that that is what you're willing to attempt makes it awesome to me. So, hey everybody, I'm Shay, and I'm just now remembering to look at the camera on this screen. Hi. My channel is ShayWithThaHobbies, and I write short stories, poetry, and the occasional blog post. Didn't finish the blog post today, but did make some good progress. So there's that. I do want to thank Nicole for having me. I appreciate you so very much. You are awesome. Just love you, love you, love you. And I'm glad I got to stream with Wallace. I feel like I've only streamed with you like one time before. And so, like,
yeah,
was
maybe during the write-a-thon, I think, or something.
right during
I'm
the
not sure.
write-a-thon? That's exactly what I thought it was, like during the write-a-thon. So I'm glad I got to. It is great spending time with you again. You ladies were awesome.
Thank you to Shay and to Wallace for joining me on the stream. All of their links are in the description. So if you haven't subscribed to them, subscribe, follow them on Instagram, and check out if they have any books out. Go ahead and give them your love and support. And thank you to everybody who was here. If you're watching this on a replay, go ahead and follow everybody that's on the screen and that's on the chat. So that said, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you on our next videos or in our
This
next
was
stream.
so fun. This was awesome. Bye.